Imagine, if you will, a rolling field once open to every villager, sheep grazing freely, women gathering firewood, children helping with the harvest. Now just picture that same land fenced off, private, guarded, empty. This is the story of Enclosure, a centuries-long transformation that, well, reshaped land, life and power across the British Isles. From the green commons of England to the stormy highlands of Scotland, from the mining valleys of Cornwall to the famine-scarred fields of Ireland, Enclosure wasn't just about agriculture, it was a revolution in who owned the land and who belonged on it. Welcome to Keep Our Heroes Alive. Today's episode, Enclosure, the hidden revolution that changed everything. In medieval England, much land was held in common, used by villagers for grazing, farming or gathering. Starting in the 15th century, wealthy landowners began fencing off land for private profit, often for sheep farming, driven by the booming wool trade. This was the beginning of Enclosure turning shared land into private property. The pace accelerated with the Parliamentary Enclosure Acts of the 18th and 19th centuries. Over 5,000 acts passed by Parliament gave legal backing to this transformation. By 1900, most of England's land had been enclosed. It boosted productivity, laid the groundwork for the agricultural revolution, dispossessed thousands of small farmers and landless labourers, and fueled urban migration, providing labour for the Industrial Revolution. What Enclosure gave to capital, it stole from community. In Scotland, especially the Highlands, Enclosure collided with clan society, a kinship-based system where land was held collectively. Beginning in the 18th century, clan chiefs, many now acting as commercial landlords, began evicting their own people. This led to the infamous Highland clearances from the 1750s to the 1850s, where entire communities were removed for sheep farming and hunting estates. Evictions were brutal, homes were burned, and people were often left to starve or emigrate. Collapse of Gaelic culture and language, mass migration to lowland cities, North America and Australia, and deep scars on the Scottish national memory. The land once shared in kinship became property measured in profit. In Wales, Enclosure removed rights to upland commons, sparking unrest. The most dramatic response, the Rebecca riots, which took place between 1839 and 1844. Disguised protesters, often cross-dressing as Rebecca, destroyed toll gates and resisted rural injustice, including Enclosure. Enclosure was one of many grievances, but it really symbolized the deeper loss of communal rights and rural independence. In Cornwall, the rugged terrain and pre-existing small enclosures made the process less sweeping, but in upland areas, commoners still lost access to essential grazing lands. The tension between agriculture and mining economies made survival precarious for many. What we see here is a slow erosion of rights, not always through law, but through neglect and economic force. In Ireland, Enclosure didn't arrive as reform, it came through colonial conquest. From the 16th century, English rulers confiscated Irish land, displacing Gaelic landowners through the plantations. Later, as absentee Protestant landlords dominated the countryside, Irish Catholic tenants were subject to rent extraction, eviction, and the loss of clachan and rundale farming systems. During the Great Famine from 1845 to 1852, landlords enclosed land for grazing and export, even as people starved. Entire families were evicted, villages depopulated, and the Irish diaspora exploded. Enclosure in Ireland was not innovation, it was annihilation. Generations of trauma followed with the rise of nationalist resistance and the land war from the 1870s to the early 1900s, deepening the divide between the landlord class and the native population. Fences did more than reshape the land, They reshaped lives: who could live, who could farm, who could stay. From England's productive fields to Scotland's empty glens, from the hills of Wales to the mines of Cornwall, and from Ireland's famine graves to the emigrant ships bound for Boston, Enclosure changed everything. But resistance lived on in the Rebecca riots, in the Gaelic songs carried overseas, in the Land League and calls for justice. Today, when we speak of land reform, housing crises or inequality, we're still feeling the tremors of enclosure. Because the land may be enclosed, but it still remembers who walked it before. Thanks for joining Keep Our Heroes Alive. If you found this story compelling, please subscribe, share it, and leave a comment. We're telling the hidden histories that shaped the modern world, one story at a time. Until then, remember the past. It's closer than you think.